Good morning, everyone. It's serotonin. I'm gonna just brainstorm with you guys. I think I have a theory here. After watching this video, it's all started to come together. So, about a month ago, there was a video that was popped out on the internet where Mike Pompeo was answering questions by someone, and I totally have no idea who it was, about the old virus situation. And he mentioned at one point, when he was answering the question, something about an exercise. And this guy was like, "What? What? This is a what? Are you saying this is a hoax? Are you saying this is a hoax?" And he's like, "No." I'll see if I can find the link and stick it down below. But I couldn't find it this morning. And he was very careful with his words. Okay, so hear me out. Okay, so I already did my little thing about Project Veritas and this Sanders staffer supporters and all that stuff, right? About them wanting to, they talked about, really going off the hook. So the other thing is, it seems pretty obvious from our standards that they weren't really ready for the whole virus situation. I think it was in the deck, but I don't think they were ready to play that card in that moment. Because as a lot of people have theorized, that they don't really do stuff until it's like ready to go, and they didn't have the vaccine ready. So that's a really interesting theory. This is my theory. They seized the opportunity for the pandemic and pushed it first because they knew that all these protests, they knew that was coming. And the whole Kobe thing wasn't about setting off the whole virus. That was about setting off this, because they got Colin Kaepernick to make some public statement about, whatever. And we all know that he has been sort of the poster boy for all these guys for the last couple of years, right? Someone's paying that guy's rent, and it's not the NFL, right? So all going back to this, and this is this guy, everyone's like, why doesn't anybody want to pick him up? How come no teams want Kaepernick? How come? Well, because he doesn't need the money. He's getting paid by whoever else. A lot of people are saying it's not Soros. A lot of people are now saying that it's Big Mew, which is Mika's Big Mew's dad, right? Whatever his name is. Um, she's the one who's married to Joe Scarborough, who, by the way, so this is, and I think this is all interesting. So that they're leading the money back to him, and what got tweeted out right before all this happened, right? So anyway, bear with me, guys. So I think what happened was they threw the virus card out early to lock us all down, to get us safe, and to get businesses to close. And then that got hijacked by, the black hats and da 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 da. Okay, so everybody's scrambling right now. But this is what I think is happening, because what I realized from watching this, I'm wondering if the whole virus thing is actually a white hat operation. And bear with me, because when I'm watching all this stuff, that's Antifa stuff, I'm not kidding. I've been expecting this for months. I'm being shocked that it hasn't happened. I'm starting to understand that I have some kind of a sense of things that I should trust. And I've been expecting this for so long, and it's finally happening. And what I'm realizing after watching this is, during the daytime, there's nowhere for anyone to go except for home. So they can get these guys, these Antifa people, and Black Lives Matter, and all these people who are causing all this mayhem, because they're in the country. The roads are locked down. Travel has been restricted. Anybody who's come into the country since March will be on, it's going to be much more obvious because they shut everything down, the trickle, right? People would have been much more easy to spot, much more easy to trace and track coming in and out. And it all sort of, this whole theory stemmed from me realizing that things didn't go off in Toronto because they shut down the Gardiner, they shut down a lot of our highways prior to this weekend happening, and I think that was a huge help in the end. I'm a little surprised still, because I know that there's a big Antifa presence here, so I'm still like not sure as to what's going on up here. But I've been watching this 5D chess game now very closely for so long. I think I've got a hand on this. Because I'll tell you what, when Mike Pompeo was caught out saying that this was an exercise, he was scrambling to cover up. I don't think he's a bad guy. I don't get bad guy from him. I get nothing but, I get a good vibe from him. I get a very good vibe from him. And this is something I've discussed with the person that I shared the video with too, because we were both like, what is going on in this video? We don't get a bad vibe from this guy. What's going on? And everybody's playing so many different parts. There's so many things going on here. There was also a cue drop that said, scare tactic necessary. Does everybody remember that? That was around the time of this as well. So I don't know, guys. I don't know if this theory has legs, but tell me what you think. Do you think? I think that these are all cards that were going to get played anyhow. And another part of this is I watched this Linda Paris video, that Jean, who does like these code decode things or whatever, and that whole thing that happened with Notre Dame Cathedral, Notre Dame in Paris, that was an operation that was supposed to be taken. It was supposed to be run by them, and it got taken over by the good guys. And apparently, what's so crazy about this is rabbit hole material. That, I don't know if you guys saw the footage, there was some dude walking around the cathedral as it was like going up in flames. Apparently that guy was some kind of clone. I'm not kidding, this is what I got from this video. He was a clone that was going to receive a spirit, a soul of a demon that night. Wild, hey? Totally wild. Anyway, I don't disbelieve any of this stuff. This place is crazier and more interesting than I've ever imagined. But I will tell you this, when I'm watching this all play out, right now, they weren't ready for the pandemic. They weren't ready for that. And it's obvious, and I've felt that already. Very, very strongly. They were locking it down to track everyone and watch everyone, to try and stop this maybe, but at least to try and slow it down so they could see what the heck, because this is the storm. This is the storm. Anyway, guys, let's not forget where we're at, okay? Please don't stop pushing against this vaccination stuff, all of this COVID stuff. It's not forgotten up here because we're not experiencing the same violence. So they're still pushing the narrative. So I'll tell you again, I think all of the cards, all the pieces that they have on the board will not be forgotten. So don't forget them. Don't forget what they're playing, what's at play on their part. And if you can do something for the good of all, at least one thing every day, then you're already a hero. So you are love in action. We are winning. We're in this together, guys. Let's weather the storm. Oh, one more thing I really want to show you. This is so awesome. How much do you love this? The storm starts when the drops start dropping. When the drops stop dropping, then the storm starts stopping. And I'm not going to say that Dr. Seuss is part of the Q team, but they might be fans of Dr. Seuss is all I'm saying, because I know half the world is. Anyway, hope you guys are having a good day.